Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Briareos Kerensky and welcome to the final episode of the 2019 editions of, videos I do for the holiday season. And after 4 first-hour plays of games I've bought but have never played before, I have a series of unboxings focusing on old limited editions I had lying around. This year I have a big game, a medium-sized game, and a small game. As you can see, these are pretty old games, and I'm pretty sure that this one is perhaps the first limited edition I have ever bought, but I can't really be sure about that. So, let's start off with Yggdra Union on the Game Boy Advance. This is the Japanese limited package of Yggdra Union, and I've bought this after playing the US version and it becoming, I'd say, my favorite game on this console. This limited package is no larger than the standard box of any Japanese Game Boy Advance game, so let's take a look around it. Title of the game, Game Boy Advance logo, and the illustration kinda continues on the side. So back, we have 3 very small screenshots, what this game is compatible with, and not much else. So, the game cartridge, nothing out of the ordinary. Then a very pixelated manual, we'll take a look at this later, and the extras. So the manual. As you can see, the front cover is very pixelated, unfortunately, but the logo is incredibly sharp. So, index, the prologue, the main characters, starting with Yggdra, the main bad guy, and Milanor, which is almost the real hero of this game. How the game progresses, controls of the Game Boy Advance, and the various mechanics you'll find in this game. As typical of Steam games, this is very complex. You would not say this for the cutesy graphics and in fact a lot of games on the GBA. This has a lot of mechanics and in my opinion is what make this game great. Then if you consider Nights in the Nightmare, that is a bit of a messier approach, that is a bit overcomplicated, but between all mechanics, Yggdra Union strikes an almost perfect balance. And these are the various units you'll face in the game. It's by no means perfect, but I found the mix of the various things very appealing to me. And of course Riviera, these and Riviera are parts, in fact Nights of the Nightmare 2 are parts of the Depth Heaven series, so they are connected. And if I'm not mistaken, Yggdra Union comes before Riviera, despite Riviera being published before Yggdra Union. Yes, even storylines are confusing in Steam games. The only 2 extras included in this limited package are a card detailing Yggdra herself and a metal pendant. The card on one side details Yggdra with her profile, sprites, facial emotions, and a just very tiny design sketch. On the other side, her typical illustration. The medal pendant, well, there is nothing much to say about it. Yggdra's silhouette is cut out of the pendant. On one side we'll have the slogan of the game, "We'll never fight alone," and on one side just the copyrights. From the Game Boy Advance we move to the DS with Doki Doki Majo Shimpan 2 Duo. And funny thing about this limited edition, I've bought when it was on sale back in the day on PlayAsia, even after buying at full price the standard game and even completing it. And I'm sure we'll find these inside this case, so I'll detail it later. But on the front cover, all the main heroines. On the bottom, just another setup for them. One side, and on the other side the title of the game. Bottom we've seen that. On top we have the contents, which are two figurines, a special CD-ROM. Wow, I don't really remember what's on that. The Nintendo DS game as last. This special card, which is very fun, I'll show it to you later. And then we have some cell phone straps and a notebook. So, back, very plain, just the details of the software. And one more, I think this is one of the secrets you have to tap to get. But memory doesn't serve me perfectly on this game. So, the two Nendoroid Petits. Padding, which has the cell phone straps. Here is the handbook. Here is the card. As you can see, it shows one of the main girls fully clothed in pure black. And this is the game, which is, wow, it's still sealed. Okay, I'll show the standard edition instead of that. I'm not gonna open this. And even the CD-ROM is still sealed. Wow. Okay, I'm feeling kinda bad on opening this now. But I'll do it just for you. I know I usually start with the game, but just to get in the mood of what this game is about, I'll show you this card. By the way, on the other side is just the instruction on how to do it. So, as you can see, there is a touch body, and if I simply touch that, let's wait for a few seconds, and nothing happens, of course. What you need to do is to hit this thing up. I hope it still works, really. And let's see how long this takes. Nothing happening. So let's see. So when your body hit fails, let's resort to radiators. And as you can see, this card has changed quite a bit now, and it's starting to fade back to its original state. Let's see if I can... Okay, apparently now, yeah. It needed a bit more heat to start this whole thing, but... yeah, the finger alone isn't enough. You need a stronger source of it. But, yeah, this is what this game is all about. Kinda. Going back to the usual routine, this is the game, which is exactly as the standard edition. On the back we have, well, 3 screenshots of what this game is best known for. 2 more screenshots, all the main heroines, and inside there is of course the DS cartridge and God bless manuals. So, CD probably for the soundtrack, and this is a Nintendo Club code that is of course expired. It expired in 2010. Wow, almost 10 years later. So, manual. So, to my knowledge, the DS got 3 Doki Doki Majou Shimpan games. This one, of course, the first one, and I don't remember exactly the title of the third one, but if I'm not mistaken, it was more of a remake of the first. With new stuff, of course, but I really need to replay them to get a good idea of their differences, beside the heroines, of course. This CD-ROM is a complete mystery, to be absolutely honest. Front cover, we have the main heroine of the game along with chibi portraits of everyone else. On the back there is just the disc, and I can see there is the index, and there is also a no copy icon there. I hope that it doesn't have some strange of DRM inside, like Securom or those things that went back in the day. Okay. We have the minimum requirements. Firefox 1.5, Media Player 9, and Adobe Flash Player and JavaScript compatible browser. Of course, for Windows, I'm pretty sure this runs on Mac. And yeah, I'm curious as you are of what's inside this disk, so let's go and take a look at it. The CD-ROM is very much a product of its time. This is a Flash plus HTML multimedia CD with a number of images and movies regarding Doki Doki Majou Shimpan 2 Duo and other project SNK was doing at the time. The navigation is kinda rough. There are new windows opening for every image in the gallery and no next or back buttons to navigate the gallery. Video formats included are FLV, Flash Video, and Windows Media Video. This is the student notebook, held tightly shut by this paper band. Let's try to remove it without destroying anything. Yeah, pretty easy. Fox leather on the outside, and we have let's try not to ruin anything. Student ID and the anthem of the school. And wow, is this like a mini art book? Well, color me surprised. I thought it would have been like okay, a notebook. So let's browse through this quickly. Notes, contacts from a time where smartphones weren't invented. I see illustration. Okay, nothing much. See another illustration. Notes. And well, it's not really a mini art book, but I'm not really sure. Okay, if this is the real oh, you can, let's see if I can do this. There is okay, it starts about here. Oh, well, it's no, it starts here. So my bad habit, I'm not closing my thought. if this is a correct representation of a proper Japanese school handbook. Yeah, I'm not really good at this, but... And this is the student notebook. This is the cell phone strap, and I was mistaken saying there were two. It's just one single strap with two characters attached to it. The cardboard holding this is rather simple, and the thing is held down by a piece of tape. For such small things, they are well done. I see no major deficiencies outside these two spots that are most probably due to them being gold rather than manufacturing defects. These are the two Nendoroid Petites included in this game. She is from the first game as, let's say, the main heroine, and she is of course from the second. So front cover we have the two statues along with the illustration, side the names, on the back nothing much is different, and the other side is the same. On the bottom the usual warnings, and on top the same pattern, only in two different colors. So I do feel bad about doing this, but let's try to open these, and I've already damaged the box. And you thought that age would have made the glue less resistant. Some assembly required. Let's do the same for Coron. Getting these open without damaging the box is very hard. Yeah, this went very bad. There is far more glue than the other. Yeah, if this is giving you the creeps on how I'm doing this, you don't know how much I am disappointed in myself. Less assembly required for this one. The two Nendoroid Petites are exactly as you'd expect from Nendoroid Petites. They are well sculpted and well painted with no major defects. The only thing is that assembling them is a bit of a pain, especially Maho's twin tails. Getting them inside the receptacles in the head was rather painful. Other than that, the support doesn't really want to stick into the back, but besides those, which are complaints I can raise against all Nendoroid Petites, nothing else to say. For the final portion of this video, we move to the PlayStation 2 with Trigger, Heart, Excelica and Haste, which is a port of a vertical shooter originally appeared on the Dreamcast. As I said in the opening, this might very well be one of the first, if not the first, limited edition I bought new, back in the day of course, and surely this is my first Nendoroid, which is prominently shown on the front cover, along some shots of what it's inside, the number release of the Nendoroid series, and on the other sides, on top we have the title of the game, sides, screenshots, and I won't really call this the back cover. In fact, this might very well be the real front cover. We have title of the game, PlayStation logo, and of course Excelica smiling at its potential buyers. So, let's go inside. There is the first stage with the Nendoroid and all its options, instructions, and the game. This is the game that on the front cover has all main heroines found in this game, alongside of course the logo, developer logo, zero rating, and all the standard stuff. Spine, nothing peculiar, and on the back 4 screenshots along once again the characters, and here there are details about the new PlayStation 2 features. Below that, 1 player, how many kilobytes save files are gonna take on the memory card, and if it's DualShock compatible. Inside there is a disc, of course, and a long lost item of the ages, an game manual. So I don't remember if her is exclusive to the PlayStation 2. I'm pretty sure as a playable character. I'm not entirely sure as a character completely. Brief story, controls, how the game works, registration card, and the manual is complete. Before moving to the Nendoroid, let me show this, I think, pre-order bonus that came with the limited edition, which is an inflatable balloon, a very small one, and there is also a suction cup to attach it wherever you want. On the front side we have Excelica, and on the other side a chibi version of one of the other characters. So you've seen it deflated, let's take a look on how it looks inflated. And here's the balloon completely inflated, and well, it's not a lot different from what it was before, although I noticed that her eyes are kinda messed up, unfortunately. Let's start the Nendoroid portion of this part of a video with the instruction on how to assemble it, and I apologize if these instructions are a bit creased, but they did survive a couple of movings. And well, they are very simple: how to remove the faceplate, how to assemble the backpack, and the options. And on the back, absolutely nothing. So let's take a look at the Nendoroid itself. The plastic holding the Nendoroid opens like this, and we have in the dead center Excelica in her unarmored form. You can see the legs. That's her back. 2 faceplate, one with open eyes and one with angry eyes. 2 bases for the options and the backpack. Excuse me. Below that, the base for the main Nendoroid, metal rods to sustain everything, armored legs, and a different arm. Let's see how it looks fully assembled. Let's start assembling Excelica with the base, the most boring of the components. This is the main support. It goes like this, and then it plugs into the base. So Excelica is like this. Let's remove the hairpin, or whatever you can call it that. Her arms fall off rather easily, so you need to remove the two earpieces. And let's assemble an angry Excelica, because she has been inside the box for a lot of years. The earpieces go back on, well, before the ears. The neck joint is attached to the body and not easily removed, apparently. Let's see if the head is a bit... Okay, both are stuck in really hard. So the pegs are almost impossible to be removed, so let's give it another try. No, there is nothing inside that I can force it out. So let's assemble a smiling Excelica, because she has been removed from the box after so long. So I already detached her legs, at least her unarmored legs. Let's put them here like this. And this is another peg that doesn't really want to come out. So hopefully the peg here, much easier to remove. Let's attach the body to the support like this. Great. Head goes in. Then backpack that goes like this. One of the wings. This is the anchor option. All the components are now out. So, the anchor option. And now I need the instructions. I'm a bit lost. So this goes like this. This one goes like this, and the assembled piece goes in here on the other side, on the bottom fin. Same for the other side. Then we have the, if I'm able to remove it, bent arm that goes like this. and the other arm. That is a quite difficult fit with her backpack on, but it's good enough, I'd say. And this is Exelica. So we have the two options that have their own base and are in need of their metal rods. Quite easy. And the second metal rod. Like this and like this. Wow, I wasn't expecting these unboxings to take so long, especially to discover that Doki Doki Majou Shimpan 2 Duo was essentially still sealed. But anyway, it has been for me an incredibly fun blast from the past, and I hope you have enjoyed this as well. If this is my last video of the year, right now I'm not entirely sure. I hope good holidays and Happy New Year and see you in 2020. If not, well, let's see what I put out before the break of the new dawn. Again, I hope you have enjoyed this video and you'll stick around for more. Briareo Skerensky, over and out.